Today, we're going to be digging into real world and real school practices, the incredibly tough work that schools are undertaking as they fulfill their educational mission amidst an almost impossible, and some might say impossible, set of expectations.
I do think that technology has given us permission and frankly cover to do some things that previously, because of seat time requirements and just our own frankly mental hangups, we just did not take advantage of.
My constant refrain across the country to these schools and to parents is to get organized and get active.
We've heard forever from classroom teachers, we wish we had more time to get to know students, their families, to find out where students are. Well, we did that.
But we've seen many, both within our own programming and nationally, who've really been unable to participate, in that virtual environment. And that just speaks to the need of really that there is no substitute for in-person instruction and the delivery of related service.
Bringing students back in smaller groups first to be able to have some of those connections was really valuable. And we heard that it was valuable for families who, frankly, don't always know whether they should trust a large institution like schools.
I think a lot of sectors who've suddenly been moved into a new paradigm, they'll often rapidly work to recreate the environment they had in the past. And it doesn't necessarily work as effectively in the new paradigm.
A lot of schools like to talk about being a community school. We're finding out when the rubber meets the road here, what a community school actually is and what it does, right? And sure. I think that's eye-opening to a lot of people, what schools can and should be doing for their communities.
Students have to eat, students have to learn, students have to come out of this physically and emotionally whole, and we stand in the gap for them.
When you're talking about families and communities that are already under-resourced, on every level of reopening, you've got exponential considerations that are only just reinforcing the equity questions that were there to begin with.
And the FCC has billions of dollars at its disposal to ensure that all Americans have access to high-speed internet. And quite frankly, in 2020, that not every family has access to high-speed internet is almost criminal.